YouTube, welcome back to the channel. I hope you all are safe and healthy. For today's video, we're going to be taking a look at a build that utilizes arguably the best gear set in the game and arguably the best exotic weapon in the game. This thing melts literally and figuratively, so we are going to start with the gameplay followed up with the build breakdown.
If the enemy doesn't turn this around, they'll be... A drop has been arranged for you.
System malfunctioning. Hive detected. Hostile restore hive detected. Hostile defender drone detected. Hostile restore hive detected. Serious trauma detected. Hostile.
Okay guys, let's break down the build, starting with an overview. 4 pieces of Umbra Initiative, the Coyote's Mask, 1 piece of Petrov with the LMG Exotic Iron Lung as our primary, and a Vector as our secondary weapon. As mentioned, the Iron Lung Exotic LMG is our primary weapon, and this thing absolutely melts. The talent is Ardent, which says shooting heats up the weapon, filling up a heat meter. The meter is equivalent to 50% of the weapon's standard magazine. When the meter is full, rounds shot by the weapon ignites enemies. When not shooting, the meter depletes over time. Reloading or swapping the weapon fully depletes the meter. So with this thing, this gun is just, it's so strong, and you want to free fire a lot with this gun to keep that meter going. For the secondary, we are using a Vector SBR 9mm, and I made sure to throw a clip in there of me switching to it, and just so you guys can see how this thing melts as well. The talent is Unwavering, which says swapping to this weapon grants 300% weapon handling for 5 seconds. Skills refresh the buff. Swapping away disables this from all weapons for 5 seconds. Moving on to our first piece of gear, we are using the Coyote Exotic Mask. This comes with weapon damage, critical hit chance, critical hit damage, and a critical hit chance mod. And the talent is Pack Instincts, which says you and all allies gain a bonus based on the distance of the last enemy you hit. 0 to 15 meters is 25% critical hit dance, or critical hit damage. 15 to 25 meters is 10% critical hit damage and 10% critical hit chance. And then 25 and up meters gives you 25% critical hit chance. For the chest piece, we are using Umbra Initiative, and we've got armor, critical hit damage, and a critical hit chance mod on this. And the talent that the chest piece offers is From the Shadows, which says increases max stacks from the shadows from 50 to 100 and stack gain from 10 to 20. For the holster, we are using a Umbra Initiative holster, and we've got weapon damage and critical hit damage rolled onto this. Moving on to the knee pads, Umbra Initiative, our 3rd piece, and this has got armor, critical hit damage. For the gloves, our 4th piece of Umbra Initiative, and we've got armor and critical hit damage rolled onto these. Now let's take a look at what this gear set does. The 2 pieces is going to give you 15% critical hit chance. The 3 pieces is going to give you 30% reload speed. And then the 4-piece bonus that we're going to get from rocking 4 pieces is the From the Shadows into the Light, which says while you are in cover, gain 10 stacks per second up to 50. Each stack will give you 1% critical hit damage increase and 0.3% RPM. Buff does not apply while shooting from cover. While out of cover, agents lose 2 stacks per second at normal speed and 1 stack per second if sprinting. While out of cover in combat, gain 10 stacks per second up to 50. Each stack will give 0.8% armor regen when it is consumed. Stacks consumed 10 stacks per second only in cover. Last but not least, for the backpack, we went with the Petrov backpack, which gives us 10% LMG damage. Then we've got weapon damage, critical hit chance, and a critical hit damage mod. And the talent we went with is Vigilance, which says increases total weapon damage by 25%. Taking damage disables this buff for 4 seconds. Also, Companion may be a good talent to run on this build as well. Wicked or Composure, since you're going to be in cover a lot. Here's a look at the stat sheet. We are at 1.3 million armor, which in my opinion is kind of the middle range sweet spot. We have 48.8 critical hit chance, and we really want to kind of push that up to 50, but we're not optimized yet. And then the Coyote Mask will give us the extra buff that we need to get 60. For critical hit damage, we are at 154.8, and we still, like I said, once we optimize, we will get a little bit more there. So this thing just puts out a lot of damage and can melt enemies really quick. All right, guys, that's going to do it for today's video. I hope you found it helpful. If you did, be sure to leave me a thumbs up, as it really helps the channel grow. And if you're interested for more content like this in the future, be sure to subscribe. Remember, life's a gift, but it's not always wrapped in a bow, so always stay dedicated and keep grinding. Thank you all so much for watching. We will see you guys in the next video.